Welcome to the Mind Coach Man podcasts. It is such a blessing to have you stop by for a listen. Did you know that your life is created in the moments of your decisions? It would be awesome to have the mental clarity to make the right decision every time, wouldn't it? On the Mind Coach Man podcasts, you will hear ideas that manifest clarity in your mind to simplify your decisions on the journey of your life, allowing you to experience life more abundantly in whatever area you choose. The Mind Coach Man podcasts will also include conversations with people who have overcome challenges to change their lives. I look forward to you being empowered, inspired, and motivated by what you hear. New episodes are available every Monday, and you can find us in these podcast directories: Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher. At the end of today's podcast, we're going to offer you the opportunity to receive some free gifts, so make sure you don't miss out. Firstly, a quick word from one of our sponsors. You can achieve all the success you desire in life and become financially free, but if you do not have good health, you will never enjoy it. So maintaining your health needs to be a priority, doesn't it? When I realized this, I knew that it was extremely important that if I did not invest into maintaining good health now, I would pay for it in the future, and that was not what I wanted to experience. I have tried a variety of products to achieve this, but have never been totally satisfied. That was until I started using a very simple health program. It is plant-based, totally organic, and with no artificial additives. It is vegan, gluten, and tastes amazing. When I discovered it, although I was impressed with how good the product sounded, what really encouraged me to try it was that it was offered with a 90-day money-back guarantee. I thought, wow, if I do not get my life back, I will at least get my money back. I tried it, I love it, and have never felt better or looked better. With an unconditional 90-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The link to check out full details on the Health Made Simple system is at the top of the comments below. The Mind Coach Man podcast, Season 1, Episode 4, Dark to Light. Welcome back to this week's episode of the Mind Coach Man podcast. Today we're going to have a conversation about from dark to light. That doesn't necessarily mean going from nighttime to daytime, although it's going to be very similar for you. What we're talking about here again is really the emotions of life, the energies that control us and draw us towards our dreams or chase us away. The darkness and the light, the difference you can find is in your mind. Look in your mind, and when you think about, when you have light thoughts, they're always happy, they're good, they're positive. When you have dark thoughts, we talk about people being depressed and sad and negative and things like that. And they're obviously not the best thoughts in life to have, and not the most productive things when you're looking to have a simple life, to have life easy. But they're all thoughts. They're controlled by thoughts that go back to your perceptions of your self-worth. And a lot of what I'm talking about on my podcast is really for you to have a good look at your self-worth, your perceptions of life. It would be of an interest to you to really do my webinar and have a good look at that, because that will open you up to how your perceptions take you through life and then are controlled by the power tools of life, which we talked about last time. But let's look at the dark. The dark side of life is really negative thinking, not feeling of value, that nothing's going to come out on top of that. And it's just not creative. It's actually destructive. It's stopping you from becoming who you were born to become. And you need to change those thoughts. You really do. There's some great ways to change what you say to yourself and the stories you tell, because once you tell those stories, they become your truth and you go out and manifest them. But they are very dense, very deep thoughts where light doesn't penetrate. That's why they're called dark. Now let's talk about the light of life. The light of life are positive, love-empowered thoughts. They lift you up. They make you feel good. They make you feel that it's possible for you to take on the challenges of the day and overcome them so that you become someone important, someone of value, someone of significance. We all know that there's more to life than just going to work, paying bills and dying. We're here for a reason. People depend on you to become your greatest potential so that they will be inspired to overcome what's stopping them, because they'll go, if you did it, I can. It's as simple as that. We're here to help the rest of the people on the planet become who they can be just because we have done it ourselves. So why do we go through these negative thoughts? We look at them and we think nothing's possible. I'm not of value. I'm not good enough. Nothing good happens to me. Part of it goes back to responsibility, of taking responsibility for your own dreams. No, nobody else is here to do it for you. You have to stand up and do it. If you feel alone, that's what most people do when they first start. But once you start moving out there are people who will stand up and go, do you need a hand? You can ask them and they'll say, yeah, I'll give you a hand. Come with me, follow me, do what I do, learn from me. You'll find a mentor. It's a journey. It has to begin somewhere. But the moment you start rising out of the dark, you start to see the light and feel value of yourself. You start to love yourself and feel more confident about who you are. They're two different energies, the dark and the light energies of life. In the light, all things grow and manifest, they germinate, they multiply. They do everything because it's done in the spirit of love. That's the energy of light. That's what's the power, the emotion that's behind light thoughts, is the power of love. And that power of love adds to, increases value. But when you start falling back into the other side, the dark thoughts, they're actually driven by fear. When you get into a dark space, what are you afraid of? And that's what's stimulating those dark thoughts. And when you focus on them, they grow. And they grow and they make you more afraid. Well, even though they're dark thoughts, they're still like a light, but they're a light of fire. And out of the fire of fear, which is the dark thoughts, fear feeds on negativity. It feeds on lack of self-worth. It feeds on anger. It feeds on regret. It feeds on all those things that make up the dark thought. And that sort of fire, that sort of light, which is fear, doesn't grow, doesn't make things better. It actually consumes them because it needs those sort of thoughts, those fear thoughts, those negative thoughts to feed its own fire, because that's how fear grows. It has to take on fuel. It's looking for fuel. When you go to the other side and we look at the positive thoughts, the light thoughts, they don't need fuel. It already is fuel. It is the fuel for everything that you want in your life. So how do you get away from the dark thoughts into the light thoughts? Well, start thinking about what you really want in life. And ask yourself, why do I want that? How will my life change? Why is that important to me? How will I feel? You have to start looking for how good you will feel when you have it, because we're chasing the feeling. That's what we're after. When you're in the dark thoughts in life, you're actually buried in the negativity. Oh, poor pity for me. Oh, nothing's going to work for me. Nothing's going to work out. So you don't try. There's no drive to action towards your dreams when you're lost in the deep dark thoughts, in the negative part of life. You're not looking in the right direction. You're focused on the negative outcomes and you're just fueling the fire of fear. Turn around. Believe in yourself. Look in another direction and start to understand that you are worthy of living the dreams that are in your heart. Doesn't matter what's in your heart that's got you now where you're going, oh, sad for me. There's another direction. You were meant for bigger things. And all you have to do is start looking towards the light and reaching out to the light and understanding that all things are possible in the light of love. Nothing is possible in the fire of fear, except anger, regret, jealousy, despising things, not giving value to yourself. It's really damaging you rather than helping you become. Know that you are worthy of it. Wherever you are in life, step out, step up, and head for it. Head for the light. Because the light is waiting for you to step in. It's not running away from you. It's waiting for you to show up and show us your light. Because we are all waiting to see your light. Because you are part of the light. At the moment, you're just looking in the wrong direction. How do you turn that around? Find someone who's a mentor or a coach or someone who has what you would love to have in life and start focusing on what they do. If you see what people have got that you feel that you can never have but you want it, copy their actions and you will get the same results. Will it be easy? No, nothing's easy in life. Everything takes effort. Life isn't meant to be easy. It's meant to be simple. Just keep doing the right things and everything grows and becomes and gets more in your life. So life is a choice. You can choose to stay there with the dark thoughts. And if they're the only thoughts you have, then start finding new thoughts. Use the key principle of life, which is knowledge empowers you. Start reading positive information, positive life stories, positive personal development books. Start doing it, mixing with the people who do that, and you will start being influenced by them. It'll wash off on you because you get inspired by it and empowered by it when you take on those thoughts. Right now, when you're thinking dark thoughts, you're not being empowered, you're being disempowered. And what would you prefer? To lose everything or to gain everything? The possibilities are endless. And here's the deal. The only thing that controls you in life is how you think and the time you've got to apply your thoughts into action. Would you prefer to spend all your time doing nothing and creating nothing and becoming nothing? Or would you prefer to spend what time you have creating something amazing, not just for you, but for the people who love you, for the people who are waiting for you to stand up and show us your light? And now it's time for the free gifts that I mentioned earlier. To take instant advantage of the key principle of life and receive free knowledge to the value of $75, a combination of audio and PDF books. They're absolutely free. The link to download them is above the comments below. If you have enjoyed this episode, it would be a blessing if you shared the link to promote the Mind Coach Man podcast on your social media channel or channels. Then go to our YouTube channel and like and subscribe. That way you will never miss out on future episodes. For this week, I also have a special offer for the first 33 people who download the free gift, share the podcast link, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will receive a free ticket valued at $379 to attend any of my Overcome to Become webinars. Be quick, as in total, that is $454 of free gifts to the first 33 only. I look forward to sharing more with you on the next episode of the Mind Coach Man podcast.